Y'all see these sunsets? This is why I love running right here. This is beautiful. I don't know if y'all can see them two does right there or not. One of them would be a shooter in about 3 months when bow season comes in. The other one looks like last year's fawn, so one in the back probably needs another year or two. So that one up front, she's killable. Oh, there's a third one right there in the bushes. But anyways, these sunsets are amazing, but I think too many of us get stuck in our comfort zones. Here lately I've been running anywhere from like 1 to 3 miles, pretty regularly. But I just wrapped up a 4-mile run today, and on that run I hit this big old hill. I mean, it's a big old hill. And to be honest with you, I run that hill maybe 1 in every 4 runs, 1 in every 5 runs. And it probably averages out to be like once a month that I run that hill. And I was out there today. I was like, man, why don't I run this hill anymore? Well, it's because I'm scared of it. It's uncomfortable to run up that hill. We get stuck in our ways, and we think we're working real hard because I come out here and I run twice a week, I squat every day, all this different stuff. But it's like when I come out here and run, a lot of these 2 or 3 mile runs are not that intense, if you know what I mean. I'm just kind of coming out here and checking the box. I just come out here and mosey my way through 2 or 3 miles, and I go home and there's my run. And if I'm just running 2 or 3 miles, there's not a big reason for me to go hit that hill because it's out of the way. There's a car coming. I'll catch you guys back in a minute. All right, so as I was saying, there's not a big reason for me to hit that hill because it's basically 1.5 miles deep, and there's not a big reason for me to hit that hill unless I'm pushing like a 4-mile run. Because today I had to run back there, and I ran up the hill and a little ways back over the top of the hill, and I hit 2 miles. And so way back there in the woods, the mosquitoes are way too bad, and the deer flies and the horse flies, they're way too bad to go run a 2-mile run and in there, and then have to walk about 1.5 miles back through those gravel roads, because I'd get packed off by all the deer flies and stuff. Gosh dang it, another car. So I don't run that hill because I'm scared of it, and just because I'm getting too comfortable. I come out here and I think I'm working hard on these runs, and then when I actually have to work hard, I'm like, golly, this sucks. How often am I out there open mouth gasping on a run? Not very often, because I don't ever push them that intense. And so we get stuck in our comfort zones, and I reckon that's all I got for today. Just realizing that I'm getting a little too comfortable, and I think a lot of other people do as well. So maybe I need to hit that hill more often, just to do it. So enjoy the squats, guys. All right, so like you guys just saw, I hit a 4-mile run today. Had a pretty big hill on it. Yes, you guys have probably seen the splits by now too. Those are pretty solid splits for me on a 4-mile run. Yeah, man. I really don't have much to say tonight. Let's see. So I think Monday I deadlifted. Yesterday I did like 110 push-ups or something. Today I hit a run, so I'm probably not going to squat that heavy today. Plus the hamstrings are still sore, so I'm actually going to keep it dialed back on the squats and just do the single set with 135. But you know, we get it in our head that we're, you know, working real hard, and you know, I'm sitting there, I'm basically just running for the sake of running. I'm out there, you know, saying, oh yeah, you know, I ran another 5 miles this week, and you know, on the weeks where I run a little extra, it's like, oh, I woke up and hit a 5-mile run today, but big deal. Well, halfway up that hill, and I was hauling it. I had the idea of going 4 miles today, and honestly, I was trying to push that back. I was like, you know, I could just go 2 miles today and not run that hill. But I knew if I ran 4, I was going to have to, you know, I was going to make myself go up that hill. And so I got out there and, you know, just got kind of irritated. I was like, you know, I'm not working that hard. I was like, all of these runs, I come out here, and for the majority of them, it's, you know, purely nose breathing. Like my mouth, you know, hardly ever opens on the runs unless I'm really like pushing the pace or open up on some sprints. And as you know, it's just not that often that I do that. You know, most of my runs are going to be closed mouth, purely nose breathing. So I got out there and I was like, man, I haven't ran this hill in probably a couple weeks. And I was like, this is, you know, like what do I believe is so hard about what I'm doing right now? As I was running down a nice flat gravel road. And I was like, this is, you know, not that much effort. And so I was like, we're gonna hit this hill today. You know, tried to maintain my pace up that hill. And dude, the quad burn was really bad. And I was huffing and puffing pretty good by the top of it. And then, you know, came back down and whatnot, wrapped up the run. But, you know, at the beginning of this year when I started running, you know, these runs may have been, you know, a little uncomfortable. But then you get to the point where the same distances become easier, but for some reason you're still running those same distances. Or, you know, you're avoiding the uncomfortable routes like the hills and stuff because they suck. So today I kind of, you know, threw myself back in the thick of it, and I had to reach down and find a little bit of grit to make it up that hill. So that hill at the very bottom, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's pretty steep, and then you hook a left turn and it's like this just slow gradual slope. And you get to the end of that gradual slope, you hit a right hand like switchback, gets kind of steep, and then you make another left turn and it gets steep. And so I'm sitting there, you know, just huffing it up the last steep section, and my quads felt like they were, you know, on the last reps of an AMRAP set with squats. You know, here I still had a minute and a half to go up this hill, and you know, in a situation like that, there's really not a whole lot you can do but, you know, grit your teeth and keep going. Because I definitely was not going to stop on the run today, and trying to maintain pace and all that. And so I was like, you know, this is it. Just going to fight through it. That's really all I got to say. I'm little toned down after that run. A little toned down after that run. Ready to eat supper and go to bed. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.